Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. How's everyone doing? So, guys, I'm your host, KomodoDragonJesus. We're gonna have a lot of fun today, playing the home game. Guys, we're gonna do the usual thing. We're gonna play. We're gonna have fun. There's going to be a 109 ticket bounty on my head, so you guys can try to bust me. You'll fail, but I mean, you could try. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna put a 1650 bounty on Lime's head too. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna get us all started here. I am going to get you guys the password. Yeah, that sounds like something I should do, right? Okay, guys. All right, this one is pure digits. Are you ready, guys? The password for today's home game is 98802. Which I'm gonna go ahead and copy paste that one in myself. Right, I'm in. Let's go. Maybe put this here, right in the middle, so we can see as all of you lovely folks start getting into the game. Now, guys, I haven't played much poker in the last few weeks. I'm gonna be a little bit rusty here. Um, I'm still gonna try my best to compete. Still gonna try. And actually, hold on. If you could bear with me for just one moment. Is this what I want? Guys, how's the audio? My mic has been a little funky lately. Everything looks decent on my end, though. I feel like it might be a little bit quiet. I don't know. Let me know how it sounds. If I need to adjust something, I will. Better to get that out of the way now than than midway through the stream, something like that. In the meantime, guys, I'm gonna try to go through here and do a little bit of a roll call. We have had a lot of chat already, so I mean, sorry if I miss anybody, but all right, what is up? Steph MS Wild 532 Lime Ricky Nightbot, how you doing? Final Table 11 Zep GG Super Zero Harry Poker Box Waxer Wayne Noonian Johnny 77 Yayo AV, Ace of Nothing, Das Blues, what's up? The Crazy Scotsman, DF906, good to see ya. Herberos 92, Tinto Brasco, my ex Eminem. I never really know how I'm supposed to interpret that. I just assume, you're Eminem's ex girlfriend. Zubaitis, how you doing? Dig Dig Hemp, Adita, Get the Monies, good to see you. Chameleon, Run Gooder, Klebson Silva, Noob Frostmage, Doc Matouche, Easy Gamer, Con Martinoni. Martin Potato Lord, Jamerson. Oh, guys, there's so many names. X Merciless, what's up? Smoky Neptune, Call 009. Boogie, Kakarix, Spadetti, Skull Mindless. What's up, guys? I feel like there's quite a few new names. Maybe a few of you guys I haven't met before. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Guys, make sure to get in here. We got 5 minutes till the tournament starts. The password, I think you type !password in the chat there to get that. And okay, so I have some people saying the mic is fine. I have some people saying it's a little bit on the quiet side. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. I'm gonna make it a little bit louder on my end. So if you got your volume cranked, this is warning. I'm gonna get slightly louder. Don't blow your eardrums out. Because I think my volume is usually around here. I think that's where it usually is. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Gumo? And now, guys, as always, the goal, the completely arbitrary goal, guys. We want to see 100 people in here before the tournament starts. And I mean, we got 75. Holy crap, we got 75. Got 101 people watching the stream though. That means that there's 26 of you who are not in here yet. 26 of you who are just slacking. I get it. I mean, I'm a bit of a slacker myself. Hecarix, do you get a bounty if you eliminate me? Yes, you do. Okay, so we got two bounties going on in this tournament. One is on my head right here. That is a $109 tournament ticket. Will be headed your way if you bust me on my first entry. Uh, Same goes for Lime Ricky, though hers is a 1650 ticket. And of course, if you make it past is it what, like the first hour, then of course it is a mystery bounty tournament and everybody gets a bounty. Everybody. Except if you're from Romania. Yeah, something happened with Romanian players. There was some sort of like switch over or something. I'm honestly not familiar with what's going on there. Smoky Neptune, things are good, man. Norinaki, how you doing? Burba, good to see you. Geo, what's up? Oh, guys, we're so close. We're so close. Box Waxer, new bike. I don't have a new bike. I want a new bike. I would love one. Um, Recently got a new bike jacket. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. But yeah, I've just been riding off into the sunset for the past few weeks here. I wish. Hey guys, we're at 93. It's down to the wire. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Now, of course, if you don't make it in the next 1 minute, there's late reg for 40 minutes. So, there's no rush, but I don't know. Personally, okay, yeah, I know there's some theory around this. I know there's some theory where if you late register a tournament, it's actually higher EV. Ah. But personally, I like to just register for the start of the tournament. I want to be there for every hand. I want to, make sure I'm not missing out on any opportunities. That's my personal preference. Tournament pros, I don't know. They'd probably just yell at me or something. Why do we need 100? Because 100 is an awesome number. It has one more digit than all the numbers below it. Actually, potentially two more digits if you go way down. Guys, oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. We're at 12 seconds left. We have 97 players. Am I registered? Yes, I am. Okay, that would have been bad if I wasn't registered. 97. No. No. Hold on. Give it a sec to catch up. Give it a sec. I need to go ahead and cover my cards. No! Nice. All right. Which one of you in the chat didn't register? Which one? Oh. All right. Good luck. Have fun, everyone. Let's go ahead and switch this to big blind. We start with a nice hefty 250 big blinds. And let's play. Okay, the card cover is on. Just making sure you guys can't see my card. Naturally, I have aces. I'm just slow playing them. Um, yeah. Good luck, everyone. And okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I got my table up. I'm gonna go ahead and find Lime Ricky's table as well because of course Lime Ricky has a bounty on her head. I'm gonna go ahead and where are we going? Right here. Lime Ricky at this table over here, marked in red, has a bounty on her head. Okay, so good news. First hand of the tournament, I got position. I mean, unless Pules does something crazy here. Let's see. Why did I open my mouth? Why? I got kind of an okay hand too, though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually have aces. Uh, I feel like calling this would just be giving away my first bullet, and I don't think I'm willing to do that. I'm gonna try a little bit harder than that. I'm gonna, I got 247 big blinds behind. Oh, Marks, call it. No. Oh, okay. I'll admit I had Pules beat. I wasn't a huge favorite or anything, but I did have them beat. Oh, this is the kind of game we're playing here today. Okay, I got to get my head in the game, guys. Oh, net jam. You think I fold aces there? Nah, absolutely not. In fact, I'd call quite a few hands that are non-aces. Just not the one I was holding. So Dragon has a bounty. Yes, there's a $109 ticket bounty on my head. Oh, I can't help but notice you're not shoving this hand. What gives? Just gonna start off playing a little bit tight here. And so, of course, guys, today we are streaming. We're streaming on Twitch. We're also streaming on YouTube. I feel like the YouTube crowd is often, a little bit quiet. So I'm gonna call you out. What's up, YouTube crowd? How you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope none of you bust me. Got a little blind versus blind pod here developing between Jackie AA and Smartikin. I'm gonna go with Smartikin. Crazy Scotsman already out. Rebuy. Let's go. Got to be a lot of pressure knowing every single player has me in their scopes. You know what? That's just part of the gig. But frankly, it's a pretty sweet deal because it means when I want action, I can get it. All right, we got Chameleon with the raise. We got Pules with the call. What's up, Parabellum? Smartican with the call. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and come along here. We are four-way to the flop. We got a jack, a 7, and a 5, and Smartican is leading. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so we got the lead, the call, that's me, the raise from Chameleon, and Pulas actually hasn't okay, now they folded. I'm gonna go ahead and fold this one, guys. You know, I suspect I'm beat. For everybody coming in a little bit late, by the way, guys, of course the command is !password. Ooh. Ooh. Smartican repping, I don't know, the flush, the full house, something like that. And we do have a late reg going for about another half hour. Guys, $1 bind, $500 prize pool. I say this like every time. I mean, if you're looking to play some micro stakes tournaments, this one's just got to be at the top of your list. Well, frankly, whether you like the hosts or not, it's just you bust them, you get a little bit of satisfaction. You get a $109 ticket for $1 tournament. Dang, okay. All right, I'm on the button this hand. Let's see if we can do something here. We cannot. My hand is actually pretty awful. Exclamation mark password does not work. You know what, Alpha Donk? I'm gonna go ahead and say you're probably incorrect on that one. But I'll let you investigate. You know, I'm a busy guy. I got this thing to host right here. I can't be troubleshooting all that. Yo, what's up, Luke Shaw? All right. See, now here's the thing. I'm gonna go for the limp because I have a stinking suspicion that if I raise Pules, he just shoves on me again. Oh no, now this guy's shoving. All right. So this is how it's gonna be, huh? Yeah, what's up, Naveki? Naveki, you have to knock me out in the actual tournament. You can't just do it in whatever like fantasy you got going on. Ace King v Ace King. Everybody's hitting top pair. Chop it up. That's not fair. Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. If you want to make it fair, if you knock me out, in a dream, then you can gift yourself a ticket in a dream, right? That's easy. If you knock me out in real life, you can get a tournament ticket in real life. Rano, Jono, how you doing? Yeah, yes, a chameleon knows what they're talking about here. Very, very fair. We got a queen 3 against a queen 9, couple second pairs of duking it out, and the 9 kicker is going to play. So it looks like we got a bit of a three-way limped pot here. Still sitting on 9,300 chips, guys. We got plenty. The blinds go up quickly, but we still got plenty to work with. The Smartican over there saying he's got something. Jackie flashing the 4. What did I have? I had a 10-5 offsuit, which is actually a better hand than what I have now. So, yeah, we're going to be folding a bit. Guys, we messed around a little bit, had a few shenanigans, tried to get something going with that 7 deuce. By the way, I don't remember how that hand ended. I'm going to open up the hand histories here. Scroll all the way back to that 7 deuce. Oh, that was the one where Smartican shoved the river for like double pot and just took it down. I wouldn't have been able to see the result there anyways. Okay. That's just, I mean, my memory's not that good. Oh, guys, I'm gonna bring us over here because Lime Ricky is sitting on 48 bigs, just 3-bet squeezed on the button here. Lime Ricky, of course, has a 1650 tournament ticket bounty on her head, and this pot is getting pretty big, so money might go in. We'll see. I mean, also, Lime could just straight up have pocket tens here. Goes for the shove, gets called. Takeaway food doesn't actually have Lime covered. They can't get the bounty. But we got GB Matrix and Floppy Smalls, both with a lot of money behind. Matrix is thinking about it, goes for the call. Floppy, you led the flop. You get raised. There's no way you're folding, right? Is it just call or is it shove? Are you putting the rest in? Just goes for the call. What's up, Asterash? Okay, so a little bit of a check on turn. There's now a 4 straight on the river. GB Matrix going all in. That is the absolute nuts. And Lime Ricky has been busted by GB Matrix 26. What on earth? I mean, okay, it was a straight flush draw on flop. Lime, you you couldn't dodge the straight flush draw. It's a hard thing to do. But yeah, GB Matrix just rivering the absolute nuts. That'll do it. All right, guys. Speaking of the absolute nuts, I'm gonna try to join my friend Lime Ricky here. In rebuy land, we're gonna go all in. Diamond, diamond, not a diamond, guys. I just wanted to do with the pocket eights. I just wanted to do with the pocket eights, guys. Okay, hold on. I don't even know who busted me there. Who busted me? But Christopher, was that you? In my defense, I got it in ahead. I got it in ahead, guys. I got it in with the best hand in poker. The old 1-8-2-8, red 8, blue 8. I think it was the red one, the blue one. I don't know. But okay, so a couple of bounties have been claimed, guys. Um, if you didn't win one, you know, it's okay. We're going to have lots of other stuff you can win. We got a ton more 1650 tickets to give away today. Plus, you know, there's this whole tournament that we're playing that has a $500 prize pool. And I figured, you know, maybe I should just, you know, contribute to the prize pool a little bit more by rebuying. Barkster, I can't answer that question. I know with giveaways that I've done in the past, you know, sometimes it's taken a couple days, but I don't know the specifics of what he's got going on. The best thing would probably be to ask him. Ace Queen against fours. The fours were counterfeit on the turn and then Bink the River. Okay, so GB Matrix. GB Matrix busted Lime a few hands ago. Just on an absolute tear here. Chip leading the tournament, by the way. Oh, Ollie JB, that's you. Hey, good luck. If I rebuy, I'm gonna rebound. You know, Ace of Nothing. If I could do that, I would bankrupt 888 in a day. But I mean, I'd leave you guys pretty happy. Ace King Ace 7 all in. Guys, we are. What is going on here? We are not in the mystery bounty period yet. Hey, what's up, Fox Force? Turn on throwables. Oh, you know what? I will. I will do that. So, where do I do that? Here, I'm going to turn on all animations. A game display. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, okay, so throwables. So when I run my stream, I turn animations off, and that's just, dude. I don't know. My computer has like some performance issues with the animations on. It doesn't do as well as it should. So I just, you know, I strip away everything that's unnecessary, just get the raw game going, and unfortunately that means no throwables. Hey, we got Kakrisper coming in for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. Kakrisper, thank you so much, man. Actually 12 months total. Dang, 1 year. Thank you for that sub. Guys, oh wait, hold on. No, I asked this. I'm supposed to say thank you for subbing. Yeah, that's the good old 888 poker catchphrase. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, I mean, subbing is absolutely awesome. But, you know, if you're not quite there yet, I would encourage you guys to at least follow this channel. Don't be cheap, get a better PC. Man, I would love a better PC. That would be awesome. Yeah, we're just going for the double check here. We've got ourselves a massive 4 big blind pot. I'm going to go for one more check. Oh, holy crap. Am I going to chop this? A couple of king highs for the win. All right, all right, you know, made a big blind. I'm down. Manipur just going for the 65 BB rip here. Okay. Pocket threes, king, queen, and jack six. And of course, it's the jack six winning. Rug Duster 19, taking down that three-way all in. Now, okay, guys, I'm going to give away a little bit of information about my hand. My hand is better than jack six. So if I just like open shove here and Rugster or Rug Duster calls with jack six, I'm making money, right? All right, I'm in the lead. Up against Danny Poor here. The 8 is no help, guys. The ace 4 is going to take it, guys. We're going to win a massive 1.9 big blind pot. And okay, so now I have to ask the question. What gives? You know, is it, you know, now they have, you know, 188 big blind stack, you know, they're not really willing to risk it anymore. Did they just have a hand that is worse than Jack 6 suited and decided, you know, whatever it was they couldn't call? Why did that one get called and mine didn't? Guys, I'm a little bit sad. I wanted to double up. Win the Sunday main, afford a decent video card. I mean, I have a decent video. I have a good video card. It's a couple generations old, but I got a good video card. Honestly, you know what I think is the biggest issue with my computer? It just has too much crap on it. Like, I just want to put like a fresh OS on it, completely reset everything, delete everything that's unnecessary or, you know, not strictly necessary, you know, for things like, you know, this would job here. And I feel like it would run better. But I'm not going to do that because, frankly, that sounds like a lot of work. All right, so we're continuing to play a little bit snug here. Folded under the gun. That Greek is going for the limp blind versus blind. Now, guys, for anybody who hasn't done it yet, hasn't gotten in here, guys, there's still 15 minutes of late reg remaining. 213 entries so far, 172 remaining. And we actually have RMS Gecko, who's the chip leader now. Sweet. GB Matrix still in second. So yeah, for anybody looking to late reg, guys, $1 buy-in, a $500 prize pool, and exclamation mark password in the chat to get in here. I don't lack a better PC. I lack motivation. I mean, can we say I like both? We got the raise. We got the call. 4x. All right, let's see a flop. 4-4-3. So, usually if this was my stream, this is the time I would tell you, like, oh, well, the big blind player with the widest range has the most fours in range and therefore can, check raise aggressively. And nope, my hand's just absolute garbage. We're not doing that. Buy a new SSD. Oh, man. I actually probably do need a new SSD. Like, my current one is actually good. I like my current one. Need more space. Okay, so we got a limp, we got a raise, we got a 3-bet. Guys, we're gonna go we're gonna get our gamble on here. Now see, we got the completely normal dynamic here because my bounty has already been claimed. If I get called by Jack 6, I mean, I'm just gonna be confused. Noodaloo, you're stacking off with pocket 8s. Good luck, Matt. Well, guys, need a deuce. That did not go well. But that's okay because we got 12 minutes of late reg left, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and re-enter here. There we go. Same table too. I mean, Noodaloo, running into kings it's usually a bad time. Running into aces is also usually a bad time. The queen 8 has so many outs, doesn't hit them. That Greek with the 2 aces just holds. Now, Kaku over here in Rug Duster did actually have more chips, so there is going to be a side pot going over here. But yeah, see, this is why doesn't that happen when I go all in? Just like a nice little triple up. Guys, I'll admit I'm starting to feel a little bit of the pressure of the blinds here. We got 40 bigs. Alpha Donk, you just got rivered with an ace by a guy named Stinky. Yeah, that story checks out. You know, I have an okay hand. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So, guys, we have 10 minutes of late reg remaining. And, guys, can I just point out that there are very clearly three countries who are very, very good at poker. The top three countries in the world at poker. Of course, Canada. Now, I'm not on here, but I mean, you know, got a few fellow Canadians representing. You got the UK. Oh no. Oh, oh, sorry. That's just funny. Just a couple of Germans out of nowhere. And yeah, of course, you got Brazil now. Doc Matouche and Kaku here, just yeah, coming out of nowhere, guys. I'm playing a hand. Capone, I wasn't gonna say it, man. That Greek is he is leading. Okay. All right. I mean, we can go ahead and see a turn. He goes for the min lead flop check turn. Okay, you know what? I'm willing to give a free card here. I mean, I think I'm gonna let him have this one. Straights get there, some flushes get there. I'm sitting on like sixth pair. Yeah, that's not the way to go on that one. Let's play this hand though. Pretty sure that's a keyword. No. No. Lime Ricky, ban this guy. Guys, I'm gonna keep playing hands here, but I'm struggling to connect with boards. All right, we got Cool Cast tossing in the raise. You know, I'm not gonna re-raise him. I'm just gonna go ahead and see a flop. 888, bro. What's going on here? Fine. Fine. Yeah, Skull Mindless, both mine and Lime Ricky's bounties have been claimed. But I mean, if you stick around for, you know, a few more minutes in the tournament, you'll have some mystery bounties to go for. All right, I'm gonna keep trying to see flops here, guys. Danny Poor going for the old 1/3, the B33. How do we want to do this? Yeah, let's just go for a little bit of a 3x here. Get called, and then a nice little flow in 16-5 into 22-5 on the turn. Okay, I mean that's not how I was expecting to win this hand, but hit the pair of eights. Me poor. I feel like I have to apologize for that one. What? Oh, I was so dead. I mean, I don't know. I guess I had some eights, some nines, and some tens. Yeah, that is not how I was expecting to win that. Okay, guys, we're up to 16-5. We're starting to chip up. We're slowly getting there. Yo, what's up, Maury? Pocket eights, flop set, falling to a straight flush. Andron. Andron, what's it like? King high straight flush on the river. All right. I'm going to go ahead and raise this one, and I'm going to hope Andron's not hitting another straight flush this hand. Or frankly, anything close to a straight flush, really. Net jam in the big, and we take it down. Guys, this is like my first actually good hand of the of the tournament. We got the old ace king. Ecarix, how do you become part of this team? I mean, I personally I won my way onto this team. I fought tooth and nail against a bunch of other streamers in the Stream On competition like a year and a half ago. Something that sounds right. So I like to feel like, I earned my place here. I think most of the other streamers are just, they got on the team because they are ridiculously good looking. Like, have you seen this team? Seriously. We're gonna go ahead and click fold here. Guys, I'm gonna say this is pretty much last call here. 3 minutes left in late registration. You can type in exclamation mark password to get the password in the chat. Get in here. It's the 888 Poker TV home game. $1 buy-in, a $500 guarantee. Late reg is ending. Mystery bounties are about to kick off, guys. It's gonna be fun. And if you're not already in here, you got to get in here, man. Ian looks like Lex Luthor. I mean, you're basically what you're saying, Parabellum, is Ian looked like a movie star, right? Like that's what I'm hearing. Is there a list of 888 team members? There is somewhere. I think like there's a page for us on like 888's website. Sudoku chess going for the call. Okay, so we're going three-way against a Young and Sudoku here. Correction, Ian looks like Agent 47. Again, movie star. Come on. Guys, we're going with it. Sudoku chess with 17 bigs behind. Goes for the call. Young goes for the call, guys. We got the jacks. We're up against King 5, 7 deuce. The King 5 hits runner, runner. Okay, I mean, I win a part of that. I'm okay with this. We're not out. There's 30 seconds left on late reg. I was ready to late reg to rebuy. Okay, let's go for the free flop. Yeah, I'm down. And we're gonna let him have it, guys. That flop wasn't even close. Oh, Astrash, was I covering them? Okay. I mean, I knew I was covering Sudoku chess by a lot. I've already forgotten whether I was covering the other guy, which apparently I was. But I mean that would have been a disaster, just like losing that all in and getting into a situation where, I have like two big blinds as late reg ends. And guys, late reg is officially over. Late reg is officially over. I'm gonna go ahead and fold my button here. Um, 295 entries. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not bad. A few of them are mine, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes you got to rebuy. Let's go ahead and raise this one. And okay, so guys, it's a few minutes before the break. I just figured, let's have a little bit of fun before we go off on break. I'm gonna go for a little bit of c-bet here. And then I'm going to announce, guys, it is our first giveaway. So we're going to give away two 1650 tickets. I'm going to give you a keyword in chat. You guys type it in. We do the old random draw. Oof. And then a couple of you guys win some tickets. So this is going to be happening on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, feel free to hop over to the Twitch page if you want to participate. And guys, the keyword is 295. 295. Good luck. Oh, Lime, you're out. Man, that is. It's like the worst time to go out. Ooh, Figaro at risk here, too. Sudoku chess running hot, first beating me in the all in, then beating Figaro. And so, yeah, guys, 295 because, of course, we have 295 entrants in the home game. Which is, okay, here's the thing, it's a $500 guarantee. If we keep pushing those player numbers up, guys, do you think 888 might be open to upping the guarantee in their weekly $1 home game? Like, that'd be pretty sweet. Ian is so good looking that if you see him at a live event, he always thoughtfully wears a mask so you're not disturbed by his radiant beauty. Man, Fenfop, I know. It's okay. I'm not going to take away anything from his poker skill. He has absolutely mad poker skills. But you got to know that, his opponents at the table are just completely distracted. They just, get into a pot with him, looking deep into his eyes. They just forget poker exists. It's something I can only dream of, just being over here in Canada. And okay, so guys, we're gonna say last call for the giveaway there to type in 295. And then Lime Ricky whenever you're ready. As it looks like the break is gonna get started here, guys. I'm gonna stick around just for a moment to see who's winning these giveaways. And all right, guys, we have our first winner. Congratulations, Gurica90, taking home a 1650 ticket. And then, who do we got for number 2? Number 2 is Run Gooder. Run Gooder has ran Gooder to win themselves a ticket. Congratulations, Eureka90 and Run Gooder. All right, guys, I'm going to go take a quick 5-minute break. Feel free to stretch your legs, grab a drink, guys. I'm going to put a video on for you in case you're sticking around, and let's all meet back here in 5.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something, people told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's hard to get value, and it's hard to bluff effectively. And those are two pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just wanna start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you wanna check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you wanna give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event. Like mid-2000s, you win an ARIA super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously and maybe this was the path you were gonna take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables, and I've never finished better than third. You know, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, you know, it's just... back then we were very ignorant to it. So you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course, you're the next hot name and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. You know, tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential.
Okay, guys, we are back. I had a nice break. I'm feeling refreshed. Now, guys, it's time for mystery bounties. And all right, so first hand back, guys, I'm going to fold. A little bit of a recap here, guys. We had a fun first, I guess it was a bit less than an hour, but I'm going to call it an hour. We had a fun first hour. I, unfortunately busted, so, no more bounty on my head, but managed to rebuy and, hold on to at least 11,495 chips. We got the $500 prize pool here, and so we are very far from the money. 178 players remaining, and if I look at the payouts, it is 48 players paid. However, the mystery bounties are coming into effect right now, and guys, the top mystery bounty is $50. We got a couple 25s, some 1250s, some 750s, and then the minis are quite a bit less, but frankly, you got a lot of those, they add up. Ooh, we got Gallardo over here actually disconnecting. That's no fun. And we also had our first round of giveaways right before the break. Guys, if you didn't win that one, it's okay. We got plenty more. We got plenty more. We got 5 more tickets to give away throughout this stream, so make sure to stick around. And okay, looks like these guys are going 3-way to the turn. Pikes over here. Pikes? I don't know. Well, the short stack over here only has 4.5 bigs left. So we'll see if it all goes in. In fact, we've got Darwin deciding, let's just put it in anyways. King 9 against 8-7. 8-7 with a bit of a combo draw there. Pair plus flush draw. Not going to connect this time. And we're going to see our first bounty pull. Not my first bounty pull, but, the first bounty pull of the table. That's Darwin going to take it down. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open a few other tables here, just so, hope I can catch some big bounties being pulled. Oh no, did they disconnect, reconnect, and now just time out again? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I'm actually getting a free flop here. Yeah, let's go. Start off with a check. Sudoku chess goes for 2 BBs. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and see the turn here. We're going to go ahead and click call. Jack on turn. I feel like that's kind of a weirdly small bet. I think against that bet size, my hand is good enough to go with here. Okay, Sudoku chess, tanking a bit. Calls with the overcard plus open ender. He's running into 2 pair, does not hit the river, and guys, we got ourselves a double up. Is there a way to track bounties? Yeah, this MB button right here in the top left, you click it, you can see what's left. Somebody was won a 750 already. Right on. Gonna go ahead and fold here as I'm crowned the grand champion of winning that one all in. Oh, and we're gonna go here because Eggnog, Igor, and Wyatt Slurp are in a three-way all in. That's a flopped full house for Igor. Ace King actually had outs though. The running King would have done it. And I mean, I went over to this table looking for bounties. Three-way all in, no actual busts. So my bad, guys. Let's just kind of pop back over here. I'm raising on the button. We got Gallardo over here who has, been disconnecting a bit, been timing out a bit, but they're able to click call on this one. I am going to go for the good old half pot C bet on a texture like this. We're just going to take it down. I guess I just had the top pair. So we're starting to get a few chips, guys. We have 25,000 chips. For reference, the starting stack was 10,000. We have 2.5x our starting stack. Sitting in a 31st place out of 162. I feel like that's not bad. Pocket jacks against queen six. So that was the under the gun limp with the pocket jacks. He was trying to be tricky there. He was trying to be tricky. Okay. Playing tight. We're folding the hand here. Oh, we might have a bounty pull going here. Ace King against pocket deuces all in pre-flop, and Igor is not going to win that one. The ace on the flop and a blank run out seals the deal. Katie Wolf's going to collect a bounty, and it looks like it's going to be a mini. We might have a little bit of action here. Flush draw against pair. The flush draw does not connect. The Tin Man 67 busting. I thought that was the 50 for a sec. The 750 going to Mixer AA. Not quite the 50, but you know what? It's still pretty darn good. So another small pot here with Donovan and ooh, a little bit of an overbet on the river. Okay. Okay. Gonna play tight. Donovan thinking about it here. It's actually been pretty tight so far. Just playing 17 VPIP, guys. I don't know. I'll say I've been doing all right with 31 here. You know, maybe table average. Maybe. Guys, looks like we're going to have another bust over here. Chop Rav against Parabellum. Parabellum's ace is going to crack Chop Rav's pocket queens. Collecting another mini bounty there. Now, I mean, I'm doing my best to show some hands here and, you know, see if we can catch, you know, some nice bounties. I'm pretty sure I've never actually caught the $50 bounty being pulled. I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe we'll see it right here because snap call, Sudoku chess against Andre. Sudoku needs an ace, does not get it. So the pocket queens are going to say no bounty for you. Andre is going to double up. Arcster, you got a mini? I mean, there's a lot of minis going around. There's a heck of a lot of minis. All right, so I'm sitting in the big blind. Guys, imagine going all in with pocket jacks, just binking the jack on the flop. Absolutely nothing to be concerned about for the remainder of the hand. That's what it's like to be Andras over here. Just busting Eureka, taking a mini bounty, and collecting some chips. Okay, so I'm just going to go for the check here. We've seen this guy limp slow play the pocket jacks already. So, you know, if hypothetically, if I had a close decision between raise and just go for the check, that might steer me to go for a check. And we got Darwin going for the lead. I'm going to go ahead and call. 3-way to the turn. If somebody has pocket jacks, they're having a good time. And so just like another small one here, going to go ahead and click call one more time. Ace on the river. Are we going to see a third lead? We are not. Okay. I mean, I think my answer is going to go check too. Going to be a little bit cautious here. I had a draw. Darwin also had the draw, but he had the pair. Remember when I said, you know, hey, we saw him limp crap pocket jacks earlier? So if I got a close spot, you know, maybe lean towards some checks. Now, I mean, I had, what, 10-4? 10-4 isn't close. But, I mean, limp trapping the kings there, too. All right, guys, I'm going to hope that this isn't a limp trap. I'm going to go all in here for 20 bigs out of the small blind. Take it down. All right, king, jack. That's all we need. Trying to fight for a few chips here and there. Sudoku chess going for the all-in. Gets called, gets ISO'd here. And we got... There's been a lot of running into kings today. People running into kings left and right. Darwin is going to take this one. Sudoku chess's pair of jacks, not good enough. Darwin collects a bunch of chips and is now going to collect a bounty. Is it going to be a big one? It is not. Darwin, nice hand. Net jam, you just got knocked out. You were worth $12.50. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now hold on. Let me take a peek here. Because yeah, all three of the 1250s are gone. Some of the 750s are gone, guys. The 50 and 25s are all still there. So we got the raise with the queen 10. Oh, the question is, what suits are they? Ugh. We'll go for the check. I think we'll go for the double check here. Well, guys, I have a flush. Julie decides 3 BBs. I'm going to say a few more. The queen. All right, note to self, don't accidentally say my hand mid-hand. But that was, I feel like that's the best way that one could have gone. You know, if I accidentally say I have a queen 10 and, the board just comes out like, king 4-3, it's like, okay, there's nothing going on there. But the fact that there was the possible flush made it interesting. All right, just going to go for the fold here. Ooh, guys, we have an all in. Everybody's running into kings. Ace queen into Love's pocket kings. Ace queen does not improve in any way, so Love is gonna take this one. Someone won the 50. No. Okay, well, wherever it was, it wasn't on any of the tables that I have open. Looks like, just looking at the player list here, congratulations to More TBC, who won a $50 bounty. Hey, there they are. Congrats. And okay, so the 50 is gone, but guys, don't despair. There are still two $25 bounties. If you win both of those, it's like you won a 50. What on earth is going on here, guys? We have a three-way all in ace 9, pocket 9s, and ace 6. I think the pocket 9s are just winning there. There's 4 to a straight, but nobody actually connects. And Sear with the 6, they had enough chips to survive, so even though it's a three-way all in, nobody's actually going anywhere. Other than the poop flinging. The poop flinging is going places. I'm going to bring us over here. We have Cosmin 1999 going for the limp here with just a 10 big blind stack. There's there's a reasonable chance this money's about to go in. Wyatt decides to come along too. The min raise, the click back. Okay, love just says, we're gonna skip to the end here. We're not playing the click back games. He ISOs, it's pocket aces, it's Jack 9. The Jack 9 has some outs. They need a 10. And that's a 10. Cosmin 1999 falling. Love, who is the chip leader of the entire tournament, by the way, collects a few more chips, collects a bounty here, and yeah, just banked the straight on the river. What's it like? All right, so if we go back to this table, I'm going to go ahead and click call. We're going to go three-way here. Jack 10 9. That is a scary board. And Darwin tossing out the little one here. This is a real awkward position to be in. All right. 3 on the turn, bringing in a possible flush draw. Doc Matouche, have a good night, man. Okay, so there is 4 to a straight. Guys, I have queen 10, so naturally we're going for it. Darwin snap calls the river with the pocket kings. The top set this time not good enough. Bloody River, yeah, that's not a fun spot to be in. Alpha Donkey just got a 750. Congrats, man. All right, guys, we're slowly chipping up here, up to 54 big blinds. I'm in 5th place in the tournament. Ahead of me in 4th is Stinky 12345. Then we got more TBC. Man, we got Kaku. What is Kaku's actual full name here? I feel like I shouldn't even try to pronounce that. We got Kaku in 7 and Love JK off 2022 in the chip lead. Guys, we're going to have an all-in here from Seer. It gets called twice. And as fun as that hand might be, I'm going to go ahead and stick my chips in here. Darwin, I'm giving Darwin a chance to win some of his chips back. We got the ace 10 up against jack 5. I'm ahead so far, and that turn means we got 100%. Darwin, GG, and guys, I'm going to collect my first bounty of this tournament. Let's see what it is. Maybe it's something nice. It is a mini. You guys didn't see that. Guys, I feel like I'm rusty here. No, it's yeah. It's kind of weird how I keep getting dealt queen 10 though. Okay, hold on, guys. 4-way all in. 2 players are sitting out. One of them has aces. One has the nut flush draw. Aces for Andrus F. Just straight holding. They're gonna bust 3 players here. Collect 3 bounties. We're gonna see how many minis. There's gonna be at least 1 mini. We got 2. And opening up the 3rd envelope, that is 3 minis. I mean, guys, that's basically a buy-in. Nice hand, pocket aces. Another player at risk over here, but looks like the ace-queen is going to win the 3-way over here. Brazilian donk celebrating a bust. Come on, man. So guys, we are slowly getting there. There's 88 players remaining, 48 players paid. So another 40 players to go. And I know that seems like a lot, but frankly, at these blind levels, busts go pretty quickly, and they're only going to pick up speed. Dodvin, man, just flopping the absolute nuts. Still keeping the pot pretty small, though. So average stack is 21 big blinds, which is, I mean, frankly, it's not that low yet, guys. The average stack will get lower, especially as we approach that bubble. Everybody's just going to be trying to hang on. All right, we got 4 spades on board. Julie not putting anything in here. Just the small bet going in. Are we going to see some sort of call? Are we going to see some sort of a raise? Just the call. That is... Okay, I mean, this guy just keeps getting the nuts over and over again. What the heck, man? We have pocket 7s all in pre against pocket 10s. The 7 bink on the flop means that Maja 26 is going to be busting up against Azamat, and we're going to see another bounty pull here. Another mini. Okay. I'm going ahead and raising over here. We have Olkar in the big blind, decides not to play along, guys. I just had a king 10, nothing crazy. He shows the jack deuce. Why is chat not available in the UK? What? Table chat. Table chat isn't available anywhere. Oh, we got, hold on. What do we got here? A6 pot. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I think the game is broken, guys. It's been nuts over and over and over again. What is this? Pocket 7s, flopping quads. All right, note to self, avoid that guy. 3-way all in. Ace 5, 8, 7, ace king is just going to take it on all. IMAX going to win a monster pot. Mass Credo is busting here. IMAX is going to take down just a mini bounty, though. Yes, I don't know. Like, the thing about table chat is, frankly, like, most of the time table chat is, in my experience, most of the time table chat has been okay. But then there's some times when... I'm going to go ahead and fold here. There is sometimes, there are some people who get in some moods online where table chat is very much not okay. Pocket 6 is flopping the set. I don't even recall what Rivet had. What did Rivet have? The ace deuce. Okay, hitting a pair of deuces. Sure. I mean, frankly, most hands you hit aren't going to be able to beat that set anyways, so, yeah, that's a tough one. All right, going to be going for the fold here. People cross the line too much in chat. Yeah. Yes, guys, just doing a quick check here. Actually, one of the 25s has been claimed as well. So the big bounty at the moment is a single $25 bounty that's remaining. And it might be on one of these two players. My hand is not good enough to try to find out. Queen 9 and Ace 3. Ace 3 ahead so far. Queen 9 has, a few live outs. That's not one of them. Rivet actually makes the straight on the river. Didn't need it. But Rivet's going to take this one down. And is that $25 hiding right here? It is not. Why not have a report button? You know what? That is above my pay grade, man. That is something, I'm sure they've done the analysis on. They've, evaluated a few options and decided that, having us fling poop at each other with emojis is friendlier than having us fling poop at each other with words. All right, guys, we have an all-in here. Ace-Jack against Ace-Queen. The Jack hit on the flop, but then the Queen on the turn. Meaning Ace-Queen is going to take this one, and Oranet is going to be busting. Got another mini bounty pull here. Up here at this table, Julie actually won another all-in by turning a straight up against the Queen 10. And Galarder, not out though, has one big blind left. And that always, brings in some interesting dynamics. Because if they stick it in, fighting for one chip, nobody cares. Fighting for a mystery bounty though. And in fact, we already have 3 players all in. 2 of them for quite a bit more than just the one big blind. Now we're going to see if anybody else decides to come along. They make this a 4-way or 5-way all in. Okay, ace, king, king, queen, pocket jacks, the ace on the flop. Nobody has a heart in hand. The king on the river means ace, king is going to triple up or quintuple up or whatever. But Rivet hitting the king on the river means that G-Rush 40 is going to be busting here. Remember 888 used to have webcam tables? Oh man. So like this seems like a really weird thing to say because I stream and I'm in front of a webcam all the time. But webcam tables sound like my nightmare. If I'm playing against you, I don't want you guys to see me. Or at least, not in real time. Ace 6 against Queen 6 all in. Ace 6 has the lead, also has the diamond, which means Queen 6 is drawn very, very thin. And all right, it's not one big blind, but Andrea over here is pretty short, sitting at 1.8, and we might be looking at a very similar dynamic to what happened a couple hands ago. We'll see. Whoa, 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 rude. Rude, how dare you? Oh, Lord Grim, did I not mention this is my nightmare too? No, at least I got paid for this one. King, Queen, rivering the flush. All right, is this like the third all-in in a row that Rivet has won? Oh no, they lost to Julie. They lost to Julie's set. But they're taking this one down. They're just, winning this one. I don't know, Lord Grim. To me, this has, it has a bit of a different dynamic. I'm here to, talk about things and to entertain and, do giveaways and stuff. So this is it's a bit of a different situation. But just like, sitting quietly in front of a webcam at a poker table, Playing online poker, yeah, I don't know. That's just I don't think it's my thing. Omac collecting a little bit of a bounty there. Alpha Donk, you just hit quad jacks, and Stinky so rudely didn't pay you off. Well, nice hand, man. Live heart rate for the 8-8 ambassadors would be cool. You know, I every once in a while I'll, watch a streamer who does the live heart rate thing. Um, I've seen at least like one chess streamer that does that. I've seen like some other just like video game streamers that do it. And I don't know, to me it doesn't necessarily add anything. Unless you're watching like somebody playing a horror game, then it's fun. But yeah, no, that could be fun. Just, have not only 888 ambassadors, have everybody at the table strapped into one of those. When you sign up at 888 Poker, they mail you one. Which, is probably good for your health too. Right? Okay, I have a playable hand here, and effective stacks for all remaining players are just like 20 bigs. I think I'm just gonna shove. Ambassadors should feel pain. Wait, hold on. Are we talking about... no, we're not bringing electrodes into this, man. I feel like this conversation has taken a turn. Before online poker, there's this whole social aspect of it. I mean, yeah. The thing is, live poker is fun as hell. Online poker is fun as hell too, but they are different things. Oh man, Fusion. We should all be concerned for Nick's health. Because he is a wonderful man and we love him. Got an all in from Emil over here. Gets called. That is a rough spot for the queens. Running into aces, getting shown the top set. And looks like Anders had like some pretty good run good earlier on in the stream, but they're going to be busting here running the queens into aces. Emil going to collect a nice little mini bounty here. And if we pop over here, Ramsey's up against Lucky Mama. Lucky Mama not lucky enough this time. Dominated with the King 10 versus the Ace 10 and gonna be busting here. Oh, that is a 750 bounty for Ramsey's. Now, guys, there are still a few 750s left. There's still that $25 bounty left as well. Meanwhile, we have Emil going for the min raise. Andre is all in the big blind with just 0.2. And actually has the best hand. I mean, not anymore. But, for one brief moment, one brief, beautiful moment, they had the best hand. Working on creating a live event where everyone's plugged into a polygraph. Oh, man. That could be fun. Can we, can some YouTube channel do that? Lime Ricky, can we make that happen? Can we get like an 888 ambassador home game where like everybody is hooked up to a lie detector? Ace queen up against king jack. King jack binks the nuts. Okay, so I mean, Dodvin over here has been known for flopping and turning extremely well all the way throughout the tournament. And, in his defense, he did flop extremely well with the top pair, top kicker. But this time, it's not going to be enough as Tomeko binks the nut straight on the turn. Okay, I'm going to defend my blind here. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. We got Bodie KC47 under the gun going for the bet. Guys, we're going to go ahead and take a peel on this flop. Peel or raise? Yeah, peel. Okay, so the 8 comes in. There's, more possible straights. There's a possible flush. And, okay, so I'm going to bet, I think I'm going to go like this, just for the small one. We get called, guys, we are not good. Ace high losing to the king 7. Rivet shows what would have been a flush. We made a team to an overtime after this stream, yes. And yeah, line, they get increased heart rate by different factors. Okay, I'm going to start out by saying I haven't actually seen this episode, but I've seen clips of this episode online. Anybody here watch Game Changer? Ooh, the tournament is hand for hand, by the way. 49 players, 48 remain. There's an episode of Game Changer where they have all the contestants hooked up to a heart rate monitor, and it's like if their heart rate goes above a certain rate, they start losing points. So they need to stay calm throughout the whole episode in order to, attempt to win. And then they just like throw out a bunch of crazy shit at them. That is what we need with poker. That's the next big thing, guys. Okay, so we are hand for hand. Nobody is all in on any of the tables that I'm observing, though actually, hold on. Plinko just got shoved on. Plinko, do you want to be the bubble boy? That is the question. Though actually, if I'm looking at the player list here, it looks like 49th has already busted. There's 48 players remaining already, so I don't think Plinko is at risk of no cash here. I mean, they're at risk, for their tournament life if they click call. Nope, just going for the timeout and the bluff. Okay, everybody gets new seats, new tables here. Guys, the bubble has burst. Congratulations, everybody remaining is now in the money. You've managed to turn your $1 buy-in into $1.77, or if you're like me and maybe re-entered a couple times, you turned your $3 into $1.77. But guys, that's not what we're all after. Just min cashing is great and all. $1.77 min cash, but guys, we got $50 up top. We got 36 for second, 26 for third. And I am going to fold this one. I don't know. I feel like that hand was close. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because then you might judge me on, how nitty I am. But I'm going to say I feel like it's close. Guys, we have a 3-way all in. All the jacks are accounted for in everybody's hand. Lots of straight draws going around, but the pocket jacks just hold. King high wins the side pot too, and PH Zeppelin gonna be busting here. King nine of diamonds. Are you crazy? I would insta shove King nine of diamonds. My hand was worse than King nine of diamonds. And naturally, my hand was Queen 10. Okay, so now, guys, I mean, we made it into the money. Next goal is to make it to that final table. Which at this point is going to be accomplished by folding really, really bad hands. Dude, I'd love to buy a Ferrari. Actually, you know what? I recently saw that movie Ford versus Ferrari. I really enjoyed that one. It was a pretty cool story. All right, we're going to continue to fold some questionable hands. Guys, patience is very important when it comes to tournament poker. Oh, I'm at a new table. Okay, cool. Wait, am I? Yeah, of course I am. Literally moved me. Saw the F1 movie. I have not seen the F1 movie. No, Ford versus Ferrari was about uh like the Le Mans 24 hour race, I think. That's what it was called. With Christian Bale and Matt Damon. Yeah, I think that one came out a few years ago. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And all right, guys, speaking of enjoyment, let's do another giveaway. I feel like that was a weird segue, but you know what? We're going with it. Hold on, we got an all in pocket nines against Queen Jack. Queen Jack needs a nine or a queen or a jack. And actually, it does connect. So Donovan gonna double up here, guys. Okay, so we are doing another giveaway for two 1650 tickets. I'm going to give you a keyword. You type it in on Twitch, then we're going to choose two random viewers who typed in that keyword to get a can't speak to get a ticket each. So, guys, the keyword in celebration of that bubble popping is in da money. All one word. In the money. And okay, guys, what happened here? The Jack 8 definitely didn't win. Ace King did. Pocket Queens. All right, nobody busting. Speaking of busting, I'm going to go all in blind versus blind over here. We got 10 bigs and a dream. Call marks in the big blind. Thinking it over. Or maybe he's busy typing into money into the chat, so he's neglecting his table. Goes for the fold, guys. We just add the king 7. Combitronic thinking about it. And all right, guys, I mean, we had first all in. What about second all in? Let's do it. We got 12 bigs. Hallmarks has me covered, of course. RMS Gecko does not. Couple folds, ace four takes it down. And all right, guys, last call to type in into money in the chat there to get in on a giveaway for one of two 1650 tournament tickets. I'm not going to shove three hands in a row. Ooh, and we have an ace-9 against pocket sixes all in. Pocket six is looking pretty good so far. The 10 on the river is no help to the ace-9. RMS Gecko is going to take it. We have Shorty all in plus a pretty big ISO here. OMAC thinking about it. Ace 10 against 10-9, and 10-9 has outs. Outs to win and outs to chop, but that is none of them. And all right, Lime Ricky, whenever you're ready, let us know who's won. And all right, guys, looks like we have our first winner. Congratulations, Che19800. Congratulations, Che. And okay, so under the gun with 11 and a 5, 11 and a half bigs. Yeah, we're going all in. Guys, our second 1650 giveaway winner is More SKVM. Congratulations, More. I hope I run like you do right here. And for, anybody who happened not to win this time, guys, don't worry, we got more giveaways. Keep watching the stream, keep enjoying yourselves, and yeah, stick around for more chances to win. Okay, so I guess snap called by Stinger. I mean, we're in a pretty good spot. We got the club covered too. Need to dodge one of two fives. That is not a five, guys. We are going to double up with the two jacks. The Crisper, who so rudely busted me on my first bullet earlier in the event, goes all in, gets called. As much as I would like to get revenge on him, guys, I'm going to have to go for the fold. I had the 5-3 offsuit. But Stinger might be doing it for me. Guys, the pocket aces are going to bust the king-queen off here. And we got another mini bounty coming out. So now, guys, I mean, there's still that 125 left. There's still a couple 750s, but as more and more of those mini bounties keep getting eaten up, guys, there are only 32 mini bounties left. You have a 1 in 35 chance of hitting the 25. You have a 3 in 35 chance of hitting one of the big ones, which is frankly not bad. Okay, so Stinger's going for a limp here. We got Combitronic over here going all in, and I think I'm going to join him. I don't recall playing against Stringers much. Stinger much. Like, I don't know if he's trapping here much, but you know, I think my hand is good enough, so we're going for it. Now he's going to take him out. He's going to try to decipher my hand strength based on what I'm saying. He goes for the fold, guys. We have ace 10 up against the king 9. The king 9 binks, though. And the 10 isn't good enough, which means king 9's going to take this one. Guys, it is time for a quick break. So once again, let's all take 5. Everybody stretch your legs. Meet back here in a few. I'll be right back.
And the more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad, and the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something. People told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's hard to get value, and it's hard to bluff effectively. And those are two pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act, and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river, and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just want to start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you want to check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you want to give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event. Like mid-2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously and maybe this was the path you were gonna take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables, and I've never finished better than third. You know, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, you know, it's just, back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course, you're the next hot name and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to.
Okay, guys, I am back. We're resuming play in just a few seconds. Despite losing that all in right before the break, guys, I am somehow still in this with 20 bigs. We have 35 players remaining. I'm sitting in 9th place. We're in the money, and I mean we're going for first, guys. I have won this. I have won this tournament a couple times, but I'm pretty sure Ian has won it 3 times. So, I mean, I just want to beat Ian, really. But frankly, at tournament poker is probably impossible. Have you seen how good he is? Holy crap. Anyways, I'm going all in. We got Tiny Teapot shoving it in for 4 bigs. Going in for, what, 11.5 effective? Getting called. Ooh, fun. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Okay, guys. Ace 8, King 10, and Queen Jack. The King 10, I mean, you would think that that 10 was good for me on the turn. It was not. So, Tiny Teapot gonna bust. I am still holding on to a few chips here. And it looks like Callmark's gonna take down a pretty massive pot here, plus a little bit of bounty too. Baroniception. Oh man, if that's not the dream, I don't know what is. Okay, so we've dropped down to, what was I in, 9th to 22nd. Still got a bit of room to maneuver here. We got 8.4 bigs. Bit of a questionable hand there, so we're going to go ahead and fold it. And RMS Gecko going to go all in here. Just going to take that one down pre. So Donovan over here has 2 bigs. He's under the gun. I mean, I'm not going to pretend he's got any fold equity. So the question is, is it likely that whatever hand he's dealt here this turn is better than the one he's going to get dealt next turn? And, he decides no. Oh, we got a quick all-in plus call and a flush. RMS Gecko wasting absolutely no time, hitting the absolute nuts on the flop. Now, the nines had some backdoors. Hit runner, full house, runner, quad, something like that. Could not hit the runner straight flush, because that would have actually given Gecko a royal flush. And I mean, you don't want to run into a royal flush. All right, going for it one more time. All right, round 2. Let's see if the third player comes along here. I imagine they often will. Not this time. Okay, Ace 9 against Ace King. Ace King in the lead this time. No flopped flushes for anyone. And that is a chop straight versus straight. Colby going for the all-in. All right, we're going to go ahead and fold. Ollie, you hate being super short and not getting dealt anything. I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's That's definitely not the best part of tournament poker. Ace 10, ace king, ace 5, three aces all in against each other. Trip queens on the run out, no chops. The king picker for a stinger is just going to take it. They're going to collect some chips and two bounties here. Right, so one of them is going to be a mini. And number two is going to be a mini as well. So now, luckily for me, I don't have under 5 bigs. I have 6.8. Until the blinds go up in 15 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and, try to capitalize on some fold equity now and just shove this one. Getting insta-called by more TBC. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, we got Muffy in the big blind maybe thinking about it. Now, in terms of mystery bounties, there's still a okay, maybe a little ace, maybe a little 4. That is none of the above. And guys, I think I'm going to be busting in 28th place here. 28th out of 295. Got myself $2 of 14 cents. There wasn't even a good bounty on my head. How rude. All right, let's throw this table up here, guys. There seems to be some sort of a three-way all-in where Ace King is going to win a decent-sized pot. Thanks, Lime. And okay, so a little bit of a mini bounty going there. And right, so guys, there is still that $25 bounty in play. There's a couple 750s. Those minis are going fast, guys. You now have a 3 in 25 chance of getting 750 or more, 1 in 25 chance of winning that $25. More TBC had to protect Ian's record. This is treason. How dare you? I'll have your head next tournament when I'm back in. In the Twitch world, I have no power. Lime is the queen of the Twitch world. All right, so unfortunately, it can't go for the triple. But you know what? Let's see who can pull a win out here. So, by the way, guys, chip leader is actually Rivet over here. Rivet with 39 bigs, 315,000 chips is the chip leader of the entire tournament. And they actually have a pretty substantial lead. Second place in the tournament is over here, Kaku, who only has just short of 25. So a small pot between IMAX and Roland over here. Both players river a pair of jacks, and well, I mean, one kicker is better than the other, I guess. 7 beats 6. All in blind versus blind here. Okay, and so it looks like this table is out of here. I'm going to slide this one over as there's an all-in from the second place stack, Kaku over here, getting called by Plinko's jacks. And I mean, that is a rough board for jacks, but they're good enough. All right, so if we slide over here now, we have Julie going all in, Bliff, or Bilf, okay, Bilf goes for the call. Pocket nines up against a king 8, not good enough. Once again, scary board for the nines, but if you see your opponent's hand and they're not connecting with the board, suddenly that fear fades away. 3N Glenn going for the limp. Liab in the small blind. It's got like half their stack in the middle. But I mean, they're hanging on to the rest, just in case. Okay, so a bit of a pop brewing, and now, the question is, was Glenn slow playing pre? By the way, guys, we do have another all-in here. Jacks versus Ace-10. Ace-10 binks. Love not out. 0.1 bigs. And sorry, guys, I know I am jumping around a little bit, but we actually did miss a little bit of action at the other table here. Bilf actually busting 3N Glenn in that hand. I didn't think that hand would get that, would escalate that quickly, but it turns out, if we go ahead and bring over this hand history here, it turns out that the queen on the turn set up the situation where Jack 10 hits a straight, Ace 8 has the 2 pair, and I mean, that's basically it. 3N Glenn, GG, man. Now we got RMS Gecko going for the all-in, but I'm going to slide us all over here because we have Love, who is all-in. He had 0.1 big blinds coming into this hand, which means he had an ante. And this went 5-way to the flop. It's going 4-way to the river. Stinger, no fear, instantly shoving, getting insta-called by Mafi. Win with only 2 big blinds into a 39 big blind pot, goes for the fold. The trip threes from Stinger is going to take this one down. Only one bust, like absolutely demolished a few players there, but only busting the very, very short stack. Guys, Stinger is our new tournament chip leader. And so we are down to our final 21 players, just about down to, a few busts away from 2 tables. We have an all-in over here where Stinky failed to connect on the combo draw. IMAX is going to be taking that one down. And guys, we have had a really, really long streak of these mini bounties. And I mean, that happens. There's a lot of them. But as we get closer, there's now a 1 in 21 chance of hitting that 25. There's a 3 in 21. That's 1 in 7 chance of hitting 750 or more. Roland just going for the 3x. Though, I mean, RMS Gecko only has 4 bigs, so this is basically, an all-in or fold moment. They're going to go all in. It's King 10 against the Queens. The 10! The 2 outer on the river for Roland with the Queens. The Queen actually made RMS Gecko a straight on the river, but, full houses beat straights. Oh. Great math, that's why I'm pro. Oh, Carl, did I mention I have an engineering degree? Eliab going all in for the last 0.4 after the Roland limp. But while that's going on, we got the King Queen against pocket 10s here. King Queen needs a little help, doesn't get it. The 10s for Itty are going to double them up to 20 bigs. Kaku against more TBC. The pocket 6 is holding against Ace deuce. And guys, we have one more of these situations where somebody is left with 0.1 bigs. Not quite being put all in by the ante, guys. There's 27,000 chips in the middle. More TBC has 180 left. Ah, what have I done? Sorry, guys. I clicked a button and it did a thing. That's my bad. Okay, hold on. There's just like all-ins going everywhere. This is gonna be a four-way all-in. Guys, we have 18 players remaining. There's still like 3, maybe 4-way all-in. King, Queen, King, 10, Ace, Jack. The flush for Ace, Jack. As he's spamming the emotes. I can't even tell who this is. I don't know who's winning. It's Plinko. Plinko, let me see your name next time. Oh, guys, and hold on. There's a 3-way all-in here. The Jack 9 is winning. So we just had 2 busts at the other table where bounties are running. It's just been a couple mini bounties though. Guys, we didn't miss any of the big ones. We have 2 more bounties being pulled here. 1 mini. Are we going to see a big one? We are not. But Cucker winning a monster pot there. And guys, so we just dropped quite a few players. I mean, 18 to 14 in 2 hands. We are very quickly approaching that final table. And here we have Bodiak going all in. The last 2.9 was that? Something like that. A small amount of blinds went into the middle. Oh, call, and you're gonna hear it again, man. I'm very proud of the degree I have that I have not used in 7, 8 years, something like that. Very proud of it. Okay, now we have Mafi all in the big blind. They have less than a blind. So yeah, players just absolutely dropping. Guys, what do we have? Average stack is 226K. How many big blinds is that? I don't know. Math is hard. Hey, Plinko going for the bet. Getting called. The queen gets there. The flush gets there. Queen 9 trips are good. Mafi is going to bust here. Plinko is going to collect a whole bunch of chips. Plinko is pretty far in the lead right now as the tournament chip leader. We got geckos. Thinking about it, I mean, last 3 bigs, and they are the shorty, but you know, of course, there is a bit of value in trying to hang on. We've got Itty over here going for the raise. We got Karl Marx putting them all in. That is an absolutely brutal beat at this stage in the tournament. Pocket jacks running into pocket kings. The king on the flop means there's basically no hope, and that tiny shred of hope that did exist did not get there. So Itty is going to bust here. Call Marks is going to collect the $25 bounty. There it is. Been waiting on that one for a while. Got a queen 7 against ace queen all in over here. Ace queen for Emil is going to hold though. Nice little double up for a shorty there. And now curious what Roland's going to do here. We have the limped blind versus blind pot. So guys, up until this point, I mean, the prizes have been, I'll say, pretty tame. You know, I mean, that's how tournament poker works. You know, you got the min cash as a low prize, it slowly, increases bit by bit by bit. And then eventually it starts ramping up. The final table is when that starts ramping up. And guys, we're almost there. We're down to 11 players. All right, so just, small pot going there. Lots of, I'll say lots of healthy stacks at this table over here. You know, everybody's basically sitting on, between, 12 and 19 there. Lots of middling stacks. If we pop over to this table, of course, we got the couple chip leaders. Actually, are those, well, yeah, we got the two chip leaders here. And then a bunch of shorties. Geckos is thinking about something here. Geckos does not elect to go in. And so, I mean, basically anybody with a short stack, or frankly, like anybody with a medium stack, is going to be pretty hesitant to stick their money in, while there's guys like this 1.6 big stack, while there's this 3.9 over here. And now the question is Geckos going with it this hand or the next? They've decided with the next, or I mean, I'll say probably the next. They got 1.5 bigs. They're going to put 1.1 into the blinds and antes. Kaku thinking about, Kaku's going all in. They got 2 players that cover them. We'll see if they're getting called here. Oh, they do. Okay. And I mean, there's still 2 players left to act. Okay. This could be interesting. Okay, it's just going to be heads up. Ace 6 up against Ace Jack. The Ace Jack in the lead. Ace 6 needs some help. That is not it. So the Ace Jack is going to take it down. Guys, the rich get richer. 40 BBs here. That is, I mean, that's double second place. So fairly nice, nice little chip lead there. And we're now down to 10 players. And okay, so hold on. It's The final table is still 8 players, right? It's not 9? I don't know. My memory doesn't work terribly well. But we are at 10. We're going to see the prizes start ramping up even now. Oh, okay. So I was going to say, we might have a bit of a confrontation between the two chip leaders here. And I mean, we still might, but it seems like what's going on here is, they're just going a bit of bounty hunting up against Goku. Now, there are 10 bounties remaining. Of course, there's 10 players remaining. 2 of those are 750s. 2 of those are 750 bounties. I think Gecko has, realized that he's got to go with it, but, he's going to take his time. Maybe somebody busts before him. Who knows? And okay, so we have the 2 chip leaders in the pot here. I mean, I imagine Stinger's going to be playing fairly snug, as you kind of have to when you have an 18 BB stack and there's a player with 0.3. Like the ICM pressure there is, I mean, it's pretty rough. It's not as rough, as like on a direct bubble or like, a huge ladder, but it's still there. And guys, we got call marks against Rivet here. Potentially Bilf coming along too. The queens, call marks with kings again. And this time, I mean, there was hope for Rivet, but no queen coming on the flop turn or river means that the pocket kings are going to take it down. And okay, so we got somebody catching up to the chip leader just a little bit here. And okay, so with one bust, we're hand for hand. We're at 9 players, and both Emil and Geckos are all in. Pocket queens, pocket fours, and 8 deuce offsuit. The pocket fours bink. The queens hold for the side pot. And we do not have a bust. We don't have a bust. What we do have is 2 players with 1.1 bigs. Meanwhile, Roland over here with 6.5 has decided to go all in. And I mean, here's the thing, there's a short stack of the table. Call marks could call that off like pretty easily, but I mean, these guys, they'd be risking like half their stack to make that call. And like that's a rough spot to be in. Bilf going for the non-all-in raise. Takes down the blinds. Okay. Okay. Don't you just love this game? I mean, this game's a lot of fun. This tournament's been a lot of fun so far, too. I mean, I gotta say, it got a little bit less fun after I busted, but still not bad. Yeah, so I'm going to pop us over to this table because we have Gecko's he's being put in all in next hand, whether he likes it or not. Martinoni being put all in the next hand after that, unless Gecko's busts, this table breaks, the final table gets created, and Martinoni gets seated somewhere, where they're not about to be hit by the big blind. So there is that possibility. They're hand for hand, and I mean, we're not on to the next yet because IMAX and call marks are involved in a pot here. Run gooder, even though you busted before the money, you still feel like a winner. I mean, you did literally win stuff today. So, yeah, I think that is a very fair way to feel. And all right, we have the forced all in. Okay, we got a limp. So, someone's going for it. Emil on the button goes for the fold. And are we going to have a check down here? Are we going to have some money go in? Okay, no, looks like some money's going to go in. Stinger says, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm cool. It's all right. Is it going to be check back river? Is it going to be a bet? Is it going to be the double pot overbet all in? Nope, that's a check. The 7 deuce offsuit is not good enough to win. Geckos actually wins this one with top pair queen or top pair tens with the queen 10. And now the nightmare for Martinoni. Geckos survives and Martinoni is put all in on the final table bubble. Are we going to have a couple survivors here? Yes, we are. Martinoni says, I'm not going anywhere either. Ace Jack sucking out on the ace queen there, hitting the jack on the flop. And now, Roland's all in over here. Okay, takes it down. I'm going to keep the focus on this table, though. Yeah, let's keep the focus on this table because we've got the two shorties here. So this is going to be one of those long final table bubbles, huh? And as time goes on, guys, the average stacks are going to go down. Average stack right now is just under 10 bigs. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, we have an all-in. Roland goes all in, gets called. Pocket sevens against ace king. There's a lot of diamonds, no aces, no kings on board, and pocket sevens is gonna hold. IMAX 2020's ace king not good enough. Roland, nice hand. By the way, can we just, Roland going all in with sevens. Look at how many sevens there are in Roland's name here. There are 6 sevens. Roland is playing on 888 poker, but they made the bold choice saying like, nah, eights are cool and all, but I'm just going to spam a whole bunch of sevens. They get pocket sevens. They win the hand. They are, they're not off to the final table yet, but there's a pretty good shot because Geckos has gone all in here voluntarily under the gun for 1.2 bigs. Getting called twice. Okay, so if Stinger has 7 deuce this time, it's going to be a pretty good flop. And he actually leads, so maybe. Okay, that's not set. The set for Geckos. Flop set river full house. Okay. All right. Next hand, Martinoni not forced all in yet. They will be next hand, though. Because blinds are going up. Technically, if blinds weren't going up, they wouldn't be forced in. But yeah, blinds are going up. They're going to be forced. They go for the under the gun limp. Now, so this is a strategy where whoa. Does Martinoni ever fold? Nope, not this time. If they fold there, they could potentially have a ladder up into the final table. Now they'd be left with basically nothing. Okay, that's a lot of 10s. There's no 6 on board. Ace 10 is going to be the winner here. Busting both players, which means Martinoni, I believe, is going to be our final table bubble boy. Geckos, also who has a lot of 7s. What's with all the 7s, guys? This is 888 poker. Geckos, I believe, is going to be our 8th place finisher just because they had the larger chip stack. And Stinger is going to take down a 750 bounty here. Okay, guys, we have our final table. So, in 8th place, we did have Geckos. Technically made the final table, never got to touch the felt. After that, we got Roland 777 here, who was already all in. And gets busted by the ace jack of call marks because that is a straight on board. The jack has the higher straight. Okay, so we had Geckos 777. I think there's 7 of them. I don't know. There's the 750 bounty over here. Roland 777, Roland 777, busts in 7th place. Then we have call marks. We have Bill 662. We have Stinger's Ray. We have Emil DeLuca, we have Plinko, and we have IMAX 2020. Congratulations, everybody, making and or kind of making the final table. And okay, guys, in celebration of us getting to the final table here, we are going to do a giveaway. IMAX went all in there. I thought that they were about to bust too. Slow down, guys. We're doing a giveaway. Guys, we have 3 1650 tickets to give away all in one shot. I'm going to give you a keyword. You type the keyword in chat. We're going to draw 3 different players to win a 1650 ticket each. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, this giveaway is going on Twitch, so feel free to hop on over, type the keyword in the Twitch chat for your chance to win. Guys, the keyword is final table. The keyword is final table as we have another all-in ace 7 call marks just demolishing players left and right here. Bill 662, no improvement, meaning they are going to be busting in 6th place. And now we're down to 5. I haven't really even touched on the prizes, guys. There's been, so much going on. Geckos, for his 8th place finish, took down 547 plus bounties. Roland took down 745 plus bounties. Bilf took down 1020 plus bounties. And the next step up, guys, is going to be just short of $14, $13.97 plus bounties, of course. IMAX going all in here. That's, a meal covered. And we have the two shorties getting 2 monster hands, ace, king, and pocket jacks. The ace on the flop, though, means that Emil is going to be our 5th place finisher. IMAX 2020 taking down the pot here. And okay, guys, I'm going to say last call for the giveaway. If you haven't typed in final table in the Twitch chat, then, it looks like your time has ran out because Lime Ricky is saying, okay, ready, let's go. Sorry, here we go. I misspoke. And okay, so remember, guys, this time we do have 3 giveaways, the first of which is going to be won by Skull Mindless. Congratulations, Skull Mindless, taking home a 1650 ticket. Our second winner is Zep GG. Congrats, Zep GG. And the winner of our third and final 1650 ticket for the stream is... Oh boy, I feel like I've had this name before and I completely butchered it last time I got a focus. I'm gonna say Sempre Osmosmos. Was that close? Sempre, congratulations. I feel like you won a giveaway last time, and we went over this, and I found out there's like a romantic meaning to that name, and it's absolutely lovely. But I am just a lowly host. I cannot read. And so, guys, we did have Emil DeLuca finishing in 5th place, taking home just short of $14 plus bounties. Now is where the prizes really start ramping up. Next prize is a little over 19. And then I think we go to 26, 36, and 50. And we actually have a 3-way flop. Ooh, all right, okay, we get a little bit of a breather here. Everybody in the chat, just settle down. I'm glad we're not all wearing heart monitors right now. That would be, I don't know, mine would be through the roof. I might be dead. Okay, so we have the blind versus blind limp. IMAX getting the free flop in the big blind. Now, the thing about getting a free flop is you check a lot of hands that include 6s. But do you shove those hands that include 6s? I don't know. By the way, did I mention we have a new monster chip leader in the tournament? I mentioned Callmarks, busting quite a few people here. They're sitting pretty with 1.3 million chips, 26 and a half bigs. Sorry, make that 28. They just got to walk. Nearly double a 2nd place, and triple, quadruple, 3rd and 4th place. Hey Gregoris, how you doing? You're showing up in an exciting time, man. Ooh, we got the all-in. All-in plus call. It was pocket 5s with the... I guess I'll, maybe call that a trap. I don't know. I don't know if I want to call that with a trap, but pocket 5s, going for the limp, going for the call, and not good enough this time as they run into pocket 8s. Of course, the best hand in poker. And all right, Plinko going to collect a bounty here. I believe we're only on mini bounties. Yep, all the 750s, 1250s, 2550s have been collected. So it's just mini bounties from here on out. But here, everybody is fighting for the actual prize pool. Everybody in this final 3 guaranteed 2662. 2nd place is 3662, and 5067 is going to the champion. Does Lime decide who wins the raffle? You know what? Come to think of it, I've never won the raffle. I'm pretty sure Lime doesn't like me very much, so this is... Nah. Nah, that couldn't be. Okay, we got a bit of a pot brewing. And this is a pretty crazy spot if you have a big stack and you're at risk and another player at the table has 3.2 big blinds. So call marks, maybe call marks just had the goods, or maybe they recognize it's a spot you can exert incredible amounts of pressure and they just took advantage. Farting potato lord, I never... Wait, hold on. Am I supposed to... Do I need to... Oh, farting potato lord. Smart guy. Smart guy. And okay, so IMAX 2020 is down to just like a very short stack here. 2 big blinds remaining. Are they just going to go with it this hand? They are not. A chip in a chair. I mean, that's true. They are not out yet. They've still got a shot. I've seen better comebacks than this. But now the question is this going to be the start of the comeback, or are they out? Because there's a three-way all-in. Lots of checks. 8-3. I mean, 8-3 is going to beat one player. Is it going to beat the other? Yes, it is. IMAX 2020 finishing in third place, going to be taking home at 26.62 plus bounties. And guys, here we are, the final two. Plinko, the short stack, Call Marks with the monstrous chip lead here. Are we going to see an upset? Are we going to see the shorty get crushed? I mean, already the pressure's on 5 bigs. I mean, that's half a stack right there. Lime, you're down to 2 big blinds in a live tourney. Managed to get to a third place. I actually have a fairly similar story. My biggest tournament score I've ever had, I think I was down to 3.7 bigs mid-tournament after just losing like an absolutely huge spot. And I actually made it to third place as well. Apparently we're not allowed to go to second or first. You make the comeback, you're only allowed to go to third. And all right, so Call Marks applying the pressure. 30 bigs against 6. We're probably going to start seeing money go in. And in fact, here it is. 8-7 against Ace-6. Ace-6 in the lead. 8-7 has 6 outs, and that's one of them. Okay, guys, it's not over yet. Call Marks 1 card away from victory, but now the RNG gods say no. We're going to have a limp. We're going to have an all-in. Still a decent chip lead from Call Marks, but, you know, it's getting a little bit close now. It's getting to the point where, you know, if you lose an all-in, it's going to hurt. All right, so just trading some blinds for a moment. Just everybody's taking a moment to regroup. Lots of limping going on, which frankly, I mean, limping heads up at these stacked ups is a very good strategy. You do have to make sure to limp some strong hands, so when the big blind does shove on you, you do have, you know, a few hands to defend. And now we've got ourselves a limped pot. Flop is ace-6-3, 9 on turn, 2 flush draws. Ace high board, just the min bet coming out there. Check, check. The pair of 9s for Call Marks is going to be good. A little bit more limping. We got the king 7 deuce. Min bets coming out, taking down. Okay, just a little small ball poker here. Roughly a 3-1 chip lead from Call Marks. Going all in takes that one down. Blinds are going up in about 25 seconds, so stacks are probably going to start flying pretty soon. In fact, they're going to do it right now. Queen 8 up against King 10. The king on the turn means there's no river to dodge this time. Call Marks with the 2 pair kings and 5s is going to take it all down. So, Plinko, our second place finisher, taking home 3662 plus bounties. Callmarks, our grand champion, as the emotes keep going, our grand champion, collecting the last 2 mini bounties here, taking home $50 plus bounties. And I mean, Callmarks busted a lot of players. He got a lot of bounties. Congratulations. Congratulations to Callmarks. That was an exciting one. All right. All right, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everybody who participated. I hope you guys had a blast. I have been your host, KomodoDragonJesus. Guys, I've been away for a bit. It feels really good to be back. Feel a little bit rusty, but I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay, guys. Been so much fun. If you're not already, guys, make sure to follow this channel. They got lots of really entertaining shows with lots of, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm going to say some pretty good hosts. Plus, they do, tons of giveaways. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow should be a blast off. Not quite sure who's playing there, but I mean, whoever it's going to be awesome. Then on Thursday should be Thursday Takeover as well. So again, like I said, lots of good content. Ooh, Vivi and Josh on blast. Oh, that'll be fun. Ooh, fun. Okay. Right, so that's going to be it for me, guys. It's been awesome. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.